Hey guys, welcome back to day 4 of the podcast challenge. And today we're going to be talking all things emotional consciousness, toxic positivity, spiritual bypassing, and how we can feel our way into success. And I'm going to give you a breathwork practice as well to elevate your frequency in as little as 3 minutes. It's so powerful. So we're going to get straight into it. So today, this episode is for you if you've ever felt exhausted by trying to stay positive when deep down you feel like you are so overwhelmed, you're so frustrated, and you're trying to juggle all the constraints of life, and it just feels like you're sinking at times. And at the same time, because you've got your awareness of manifestation, like you've read all the books, you listen to all the podcasts, you feel like you should be high vibe all the time. But no matter how you journal, how much you journal or you visualize or you affirm, you feel like nothing changes. And despite doing all of the things, everything that you actually want, how you want to feel, how you want to show up in the world, and how you want your life to be, always just seems a little bit too far out of reach, despite you doing everything that you think you should be doing, which is feeling good. Because if you feel good, then you're going to attract everything that you want. That is the lie that we have been told, and I fell for it too. So this is going to literally change everything for you. So I want to talk about that lie that keeps us stuck in a loop, and that is the idea that in order for us to manifest, we need to ignore our negative emotions and literally just think positive. But this is the massive hack to our manifestations. By identifying the negative feelings, we are uncovering the very emotional blocks that are going to be like keys to our next level. And it doesn't matter if we feel guilt, shame, apathy, just sadness, anger, frustration. It doesn't matter if we feel those emotions. What matters is what we do once we're aware of those feelings. Are we going to stay in that loop, or are we going to see it as an opportunity to course correct and alchemize that emotion into an emotion that is aligned with our higher self and the goal? Because our emotions are literally just our internal GPS telling us whether we're in alignment or out of alignment. That's literally it. And our emotional state is also not relevant for right now. So we have an emotional pattern. So something that we feel right now could have been triggered by this moment, but it's always a pattern that we've had. And until we clear these patterns, the depth of the emotion I've found just continues to increase, because it's like a major red flag waving. So you can be like, oh, this is something that I am so done with experiencing and I need to clear. And at the end of that clearing is going to be your next up level. So it's so important to actually feel the emotions, acknowledge them, listen to your body, and start alchemizing them. And one way that you can do that is with this breathwork pattern that I'm going to share with you. So spiritual bypassing as well is, I'd say, where we all get stuck when we are transitioning from where we are to the dream life. And it's when we have gathered so much information, and as perfectionists, as high achievers, as analytical minds, we want to know everything. We want to understand manifestation, what goes into it, how can we do it, how can we create our dream life, how can we do it in the fastest possible time. So we dive deep, but then the problem is we stay in the mind. And the whole concept of manifestation is for us to be the energetic match to the very thing that we want. And in order to be an energetic match for that thing, we have to get the body on board, because it's the body that stores the emotions. It's the body that has the memory of the patterns. It's the body that has the power to emit that emotion, so that energetic frequency out into the ether to literally call in everything that we do want. And obviously our soul is the driver of all of that, because the soul knows what we came here to experience. So we can't just stay in the mind. And you'll find, if you are feeling frustrated, if you are feeling like you've got a lack of clarity, if you are feeling like you're going round in circles, and you always say, I know that, why am I doing this? Oh yeah, I know that, I know how to do it, but why is it not working? Because you're not getting the body on board. You are staying in the mind, you're understanding everything, but you're not doing it. You're not embodying it. So this is the game changer. Start embodying it, start putting the work into practice, and your body and mind will be like a tuning fork for everything that you want. Seriously, it's incredible how fast things get to change when you do this and when it all clicks. It's just the best feeling. So the reason that we can't manifest from a place of disconnection is because we don't just manifest from our words. We don't even manifest from our thoughts alone. It's all our emotional state, and that is dictated to by what we feel at the subconscious level. So I don't believe that we should go looking for things in the past in order to heal. I do not believe in that. I only believe that we should heal anything that comes up in the present moment. And that's all I do. I don't go looking for anything in the past. And I think unless it's affecting you right now, as in it's blocking you, or you're aware that you self-sabotage, or you're aware that you've got lack of clarity, or you experience procrastination, or every time you feel like you're about to get the goal, something happens and it pulls you off course. That is what I would dig into to find out what is the emotional loop and thought process that is creating that dysregulated state that warrants that behavior and result. Then from there, once we've identified that, then we go and heal that limiting belief or emotion. That's the only time we go into the past. And then we're not even going into the past. We're not reliving the past. We're just clearing the root cause memory, moving on, and you feel instantly better. And it gets to be so quick as well. So this is for you. If you always feel like you're overwhelmed, you're procrastinating, you feel like you're not enough, you feel like you're caught in cycles, and you struggle to receive help, you feel like you have to do it all, you want to do it all on a conscious level. And all of this is just because we have deeply conditioned beliefs that we inherited from childhood, from society, and from the generations before us. So when we realize that our reality is literally shaped by some people call it vessel, so by our body basically, and nervous system, and our ability to hold the process and, process and receive energy. That's all we need to do. We need to be aware, we need to feel the emotion, process the emotion, or alchemize it with the breathwork pattern that I'm about to share, and then receive what we are searching for as a byproduct of that transaction. So do not fall into the trap of thinking you need to stay positive all the time, of thinking that you need to be reading all the books, you need to be listening to all the podcasts, you need to be doing, because that is a sign you are stuck in your mind. You are stuck in terms of consciousness, there's like 3D, which is basically like survival mode, working 9 to 5, just be feeling stuck, knowing there's more to life. Then from there, you then go into 4D consciousness. So this is all in the mind, reading all the books. You understand the concept of manifestation. You understand who you are, what you want, where you want to go, but you don't know how the hell to do it, because despite everything that you've tried, you are met with what feels like an invisible wall. So this would be a massive sign that you're in 4D. 5D consciousness is where life flows. You have a freedom-based business based on your soul gifts, your experiences, your purpose, and life is like a constant flow of receiving and giving. It's just this reciprocal energy that is just ever giving, ever receiving. So now we're going to go through the breathwork practice to elevate your frequency. So when you are starting to notice that you are feeling a little bit lackluster, you need a little pick-me-up, maybe you've noticed an old emotional pattern at play, such as overwhelm, procrastination, self-doubt, all of the things. This is a breathwork pattern that you're just going to pull out of your mental toolbox. It's going to regulate you within 3 to 4 minutes. So I am going to leave the YouTube link for this breathwork practice in the show notes below, so you can quickly watch that after the episode and you'll be able to see a full demonstration of how it's done. But basically, you are going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose really quickly for 30 to 60 seconds, and then you're going to hold for 30 to 60 seconds, and that will make one complete round. And you're going to repeat that for 3 to 5 rounds. So you can check the show notes, watch the demonstration. You can do that straight after the episode, and honestly, just notice how good it feels that you are in control of your emotions and your energy. You can literally feel like you've had a double espresso in less than 5 minutes and you're in control. It's just incredible. So I hope that this episode has given you so much insight into where you are at the minute. Maybe you can see yourself in anything that I've explained, and I honestly believe that bringing the body on board is so powerful. It's the final piece to your manifestation. It's just so powerful, and we get stuck feeling like it has to be all in the mind, that we have to keep thinking a certain way. And honestly, it's all about the feeling and the memory almost of what it is that we want and how that feels, because the only reason that we have the goal and desire so much is because we already know how good it's going to feel, and that is the compass to get it. So the more that we can get into that feeling state and clear anything that's not that, the faster we're going to get there. So if you've liked this episode, I would really appreciate it if you would share it with as many people as possible who are also looking to change their current situation, earn more, launch a new business, get out of the hamster wheel effect of life, and just start creating a life on their terms. Then tell them to join the challenge, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5.